Axe, want to open up a spectator slot for Ellington? He's gonna stream it on YouTube.
If you guys are cool with that.
Well, I have to go, so.
You can do a 2v2.
We need it tested.
Yeah, if you guys don't mind.
I swore to myself that would be my last one. It's already one.
Alright.
I'm gonna. What day is getting away? This was a great game, though.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Man.
Yeah.
The grass crown goes to this Thurio Spears that got 222 kills.
I wish Implane hadn't have rage quit, because like his last units there at the end could have helped. That might not have made. It probably wouldn't have made the difference, but it would have helped.
Pass to the game again.
There will be arch in the
1, 2,
beginning.
5, right?
Yeah, that sucked.
I got 355 kills on this Capitation.
Considering
What's
I
the game?
lost 2 archers in the first 2 minutes.
Damn it.
And somebody lost all they had. I have a Cappadocia with 355 archer kills.
Whose archer did I run down at the end?
Dude, that is like the greatest accent I've ever heard in my life.
Slingers, Chris. That's why I got so mad at you, because you literally ran right past my general, who was engaging you, and you went into my slingers. That's why I was getting so pissed in the chat.
Wow. This is getting heated.
Hey, here's the thing. In the tournament we're all in, a lot of us are in right now, Cav push-throughs are legal.
Yeah, I mean, to tell you the truth,
Legal.
Cav push through. I mean, your Cav is your Cav. You're gonna have a push through. I mean, people push through slingers with Cav. I mean, Cav is Cav. That's what they're there for. That you gotta knock people over and keep moving. You can't get tied up. So I mean,
I'm of the opinion.
it's not fair that you lost your slingers, but
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I
something
understand,
that
like, he could get out while my, while they were only slightly engaged, but this was, like, properly engaged. Like, both of them have been fighting for a good 15, 20 seconds now, and then he just somehow managed to pull out half the unit and chase down one of my slinger units.
Well, I've had to say.
I watched the entire set of events. I watched the entire thing. We were commenting on it as well, and I know it's not the funnest thing, and I know you're pissed, but you know, I understand.
I'm of the opinion if you. What kind of Cav was it?
What's the password to the server again?
It was Cappadocian. So
The Cappadocian's pretty good Cav, so. I'm of the opinion if you have like heavy shot Cav.
Hold on, we don't even have one set up yet. We're
Okay.
seeing who's playing.
I'll play if we need me, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna host one right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll play if. Is it. I think Axe is leaving.
This one colleague.
I think Axe is leaving, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have a good day.
Hey, Axe. See you later, man.
Yep.
Game name's Apollo, and the password is 1235.
Is that you trying to get Apollo to join?
What was that?
Is that you trying to get Apollo to join?
No, but however.
Maybe if I name it as his name, he'll come and play.
No, I've named it Apollo before, and people have joined and been like, "Where's Apollo?" And I'm like, he's not joining. It's just people from his Discord, and they just left.
Oh, gosh.
It was like, fuck sakes. Do you really think?
Do we have the right to make calf push, or do we have?
I'm of the opinion it all comes down to like what kind of cav you have. If you have citizen cav and you charge a spear line, you're probably not busting through that.
Yeah. Right.
No, I'm saying like if you come and they stop you, can you get out, or do you have to fight them?
No, with cav you can get out. If it's infantry and you're stuck, then you're fucking stuck. Say goodbye to that unit or send in reinforcements to save it.
Wait, what
Okay.
unit?
Cav,
Wait,
I
what?
can do whatever I want.
Like you can pull out of an infantry engagement. You just can't pull through an infantry engagement.
Like stuck in a fight.
Yeah. Although I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not think if you have a cav unit that is completely surrounded, I do not think you should be able to pull right through it because that's bullshit.
Okay.
Now, if you charge a unit, you completely knock down that unit and you blow past them, that's free game.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, that is the point of cavalry.
I just got so mad is just because how many of their cav got out. I understand if like 10 of them would get out, but no, it was like half the unit. It just disengaged. and run
Yeah.
off.
But like, you gotta remember that's kind of the trade-off because in the real world,
Like you
But
cannot
in
tell, hey,
real-
stop the war, stop the war,
but
he's
hold up.
cheating.
but in the real world, if you had an army and they were fighting, and suddenly the enemy cav got behind you, unless you were disciplined towards the Romans, your army was just gonna disintegrate at the sight of cav behind them. So,
I mean, that's fair enough.
so like,
I mean, at
you
least
do we have a number 6?
nothing really changed.
In real life,
until unit
battles
came
are
back,
not so epic.
Pedro, are you coming in?
Oh yeah, you guys have space, yeah.
Yeah, we got one more.
sorry about that.
It's
Toilet
server
break.
is
Coming
Apollo
back in 1 minute, okay?
1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, Chris.
If you guys doing that, I'm gonna go get a food real quick. I'll be back in a second.
What kind of food you gonna get? Wow, fine, ignore me. Jerk.
I'm not
How's
going to have
everyone going?
food, but I do think I am going to grab a nice hard apple cider.
We do need to be a little bit quick about this, please.
Yeah.
I am ready as soon as.
I just don't have a ton of time
Am I
to
gonna be attacking
dick
or
around.
defending?
You're... Wait, who?
you'll be
Pedro?
defending.
Defending, yeah.
You'll be with.
Now, so I'm gonna have to come off. But you guys can do 2v2.
Yeah, I'll just back out and I'll spectate. You wanna open a spectator?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be back later this evening.
Okay.
You're still playing. But,
I'll be on, it'll be probably late your time, though. Or no,
what time? I'm
for
busy.
me
I'm
it's...
back.
So right now it's noon for me.
Right now it's
So
8
I'm
PM
gonna be
for
on
me.
about 10 o'clock my
In
time.
1 hour I have to go, so...
Are you in Finland?
Me?
Who?
Yeah.
Him?
I'm in
Chris.
Lebanon.
Lebanon,
Yeah,
huh?
that's right.
Nice.
You've told me before. I forgot.
And then random man, you're Scotland or
Nah, Wales.
Wales? Okay.
Oh, I got a buddy.
I knew it wasn't proper England,
Wales.
if that counts for anything.
I'm Egypt, but I'm gonna stay up until 6 AM today.
I mean,
Boy.
I gotta finish, so I'll be on like pretty much in. I'll be on for like maybe 5 hours. I'm
Cool.
coming off at 10 though.
You know what?
Oh, I got the new
I
player.
don't
Let's go.
need no
Yes.
archers to attack.
Did you
with the
open
aggro.
one?
Well, yeah, just go.
I got 2 spectator slots open. Game
name.
name's Apollo 123
Okay.
Who do I want to attack with?
Somebody good.
God, I'm so scared.
Galatia.
Oh,
Greetings, my lord.
No.
Guys, did you play before?
Hey man, how's it going?
Crusaders?
No,
I-
it's not gonna work.
I saw
Today I'm gonna be
Crusader
spectating again. We got a 2v2.
up for free, so I got it, but I never installed it.
So
No, the
Billy
original
Blaze
Crusaders,
with
Crusaders
Pedro
HD.
attacking against Chris and Einar Lone Wolf.
It has bad graphics, like ancient graphics from before,
We
but
need,
the
we
gameplay
need to
is
make sure that the game doesn't
super.
lag.
Which one are you talking about?
What?
What game are you talking about?
Crusaders HD.
Oh yeah, I've never played it.
Oh, it's gonna be a 2v2.
Yeah, it's just a 2v2.
Just see,
What is Ellington?
we are.
I'm
five.
watching. I'm spectating and streaming.
Why?
Join.
No, it's cool. I like watching.
I just arrived. I don't deserve a spot.
No, man, you're good. Like I said, I like watching, and then this way I can stream and kind of like pay attention to like the gameplay rather
Is
than
Ellington lagging or am I lagging?
I'm not lagging.
Well,
What would you do if now you just saw Apollo going in as defenders? Let's say.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
If it happened, what?
We never played against Apollo. You
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd just play him.
I'd say, what the hell? You're not in.
Just play him.
Never seen you outside of YouTube Nobles.
True,
which
actually.
I
you never
don't have
gets
the
out
money
there.
for going or getting right now.
Just so you know, I don't know if you know, but The entry level one is only $1.99.
It's not that. It's that I don't have my own credit card. I give money to someone and use their credit card once I've paid them the money. So like a monthly thing like that, I would have to just buy myself a prepaid card, use it for that, and just have them and
Yeah, you could do that.
know when it would be running out.
I think you can also pay through PayPal.
Guys,
Yeah,
I
don't
have to
know
go
PayPal
in
or
one
anything
game.
like that.
I gotta go after this game, so let's go.
Almost forgot equipment.
Yes, guys, please remember your
Tell me
equipment.
Switch channel. Switch channel. Defenders go channel 1.
Oh, okay.
And I'll
Is there
probably
any rules?
switch
Are there
between
any
the
rules? So,
4 archers, 2 pikes,
Yeah,
1
yeah,
artillery.
Are there rules?
Those are the
One arch-
rules.
Yeah, 1 artillery, 2 pike, 4 ranged.
Okay.
I'm torn on Chris. On one hand, he's a really interesting accent that I like. He's a nice guy. But on the other hand, on a barb settlement, he was throwing his troops up on the wall, and when I was like screaming it out, like first I told him why it was a bad idea. Then he
Right,
said, "Oh, I'm
right.
going to try it." And I asked him very nicely to get them off there. And then, like 5 minutes later, I was screaming at him. I was like, "Dude!"
I wonder if
you
he's...
have fi-" And then at the end of the game, I was like, "Dude, you had 5 thorax swordsmen. Not a single one broke 100 kills."
Oh, that's rough.
So what are
We
you saying to me that we're gonna win?
I mean, that's not necessarily true. Because, like, I was put, like,
Einar is Deviantic, right?
yeah.
I hate when people change their names.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to like change it to something slightly different, but then to like change it completely, and you're like, I have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, if you talk to me on Discord, Steam, or Xbox, it's all the same name.
a couple people on YouTube when they were commenting last night, I was kind of like, I feel like I'm supposed to know who you are, but I don't.
Yeah. Mine's a little obvious. Billy.
Mine's everything, everywhere the same.
Alright guys, looks like we're getting started here right now, so I'm going to switch over to the battle screen.
I don't have Xbox, but like every online game I ever played, it's all the same. Because I just created when I was really young, and I just stuck with it.
Hopefully, so I can just like
Oh, this is a...
finalize the last little bit about my troops. And
This
not smoke
freaking
while the
map, man.
defenders take the next 10 minutes.
I really hope they don't. I don't have time to be sitting here for another hour and a half.
What side are you gonna attack?
All sides.
When it loads,
All
it'll
sides.
Okay. Oh, this map.
I really hope the defenders don't take forever ready, because I don't have a ton of time.
Yeah.
It's this freaking map. Who'd they bring? Egypt and who?
What was that?
Who'd they bring? Egypt and who? Bush?
Kush, yeah.
Oh. That'll be
Yeah, they have
fun.
archers.
I didn't notice it was Kush. I would have changed up my army composition quite a bit.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, if I'd have realized it was Kush, I would have picked a bunch of Galatian swordsmen, chevron the fuck out of them, and been like, "What? You expected me to come at you with armor when you're Kush?" No.
I'm taking a look at Egypt's stuff. I mean, it seems to be a pretty standard Egypt army, to be honest with you. I'm honestly, like, curious as to where all of his money went. Well, I just don't. I don't see 13,500 funds here. That's where I'm like,
Are funds on 13.5 or
yeah.
are they on
I'm pretty
ours?
sure
I
they
don't
were on
remember.
13.5.
Yeah, my army's too fucking or too
Dude,
elite. Too.
I
Sorry,
hate
I'm
pinging.
not used to streaming.
No, it's not. I'm not. God, I hate pinging.
Oh,
Think, think,
Uh,
think, think, think. It's like I don't need
I
to
just heard
know
you say
every time this
think
person
after I started
pings.
swearing.
Well, that too, but regardless. Bush's army, I think you could just probably assume what it looks like. Like every other Kushite army you've ever seen.
You know, I've been seeing some variations lately.
And I think that's kind of the most boring thing about Kush. They're kind of like Rome in the fact that, like, it's just the same crap every time. You know what I mean? Like,
do you think this is gonna be a good idea?
what?
You know what? I would not put my archers out like that.
So people these
It's
days have
it would
gotten very good at
reduct-
like countering that.
Yeah.
Or if you're
If it-
going to, I would not put them in one straight line. I would split them up, like side by side of the artillery place. So I know you can't see it. Yeah, kind of like that, and then do the same thing the other way. Because most people, when they're expecting this, they're expecting the archers to be right in front of it. They're not expecting them to be split side by side like that.
Yeah, but it's
I would also move them a little closer.
But then it will be too close to the gate. If they have archers, I'm gonna take a while to.
Well, here's the thing: if they've got cavalry right by the gate, you're fucked anyway. So go big or go home.
Honestly, my thing is that if you're going to go after an artillery piece, you either get it in the first volley or you don't at all.
Yeah.
That's what I've kind of learned, that if you don't get that artillery in the first volley from your archers, it's pointless anyways, because you're going to start getting shot at that point. So, like, it's incredibly risky. Trust me, I have learned my lesson on that a couple times now. On one battle, like, I was first.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, it was like one of my first time. It was probably like my second or third time playing Arverni, and I tried doing that, and one of the defenders was Masacily, and they literally, no joke, literally spawned Gorilla Cav on top of my archers. Like, on them. Inside them. It was bad. It was very bad. Yeah, it was bad. So suffice to say, I don't do that very often anymore.
From now on, if I'm against an Arverni attack, when I play Masacely defense, I do not bring the
Numidian Cav.
often. I like the heavy Numidian Cav, like the heavy shot Cav, and the armored desert Cav, one of each. But I'm gonna start
So
doing
Egypt's
them out
got
of
pretty
ICA.
standard army here, a bunch of Galatian swords, a bunch of thorax
If I was Arverni,
swords,
this is where my archers
a couple
would be.
carrying axemans, and a couple thorough spears. I think he only brought regular pikes. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need super pikes because neither of them have pikes. So usually the only really good time you have to like super get like your really really good pikes is when the enemy has pikes as well.
Ooh, very quick puff on smoke.
Same thing, Kush, pretty standard. It's a bunch of Kushite slaves and Shoto warriors. I don't think he even brought any armored Shotels. Kushite archers. I think he brought the standard Kush archers, not the really good ones. I think if I remember correctly, they're playing on 13,500 funds, which is basically between large and ultra. Allows you to get slightly better units without, but you also don't get like super armies. So Egypt also brought, let's see, 2 units of light cav, 1 unit of Egyptian cav. He's keeping them back this way, which, I mean, that's fine. I don't know if they're going to be hidden up there, though, and that would be my concern, is that, you know, cav force, if you can, you're going to kind of keep them hidden from your enemies, and they might be seen in that spot. I'm not sure. And Kush also has 2 desert cav. Is Galatia doing anything against that? Not really. But Galatia does have let's see, Celtic Slingers and then 3 mercenary Syrians. He also has 2 units of Cappadocian cav hidden over in the forest, which is really good because if Kush comes around here with his cav, he has no idea that these guys are here. So as he comes this way, the Cappadocian cav will be able to come in and just wreck his life. That's not a good for Kush. Cappadocian cav is pretty good stuff. Galatia, looks like the rest of the army is pretty standard Galatian legionnaires.
Galatia is even a faction.
Yeah, it's mostly Galatian legionnaires with a couple spears here and there, which is good. I mean, you know, having a couple spears isn't a bad idea to help defend against your cav. Arverni, Celtic warriors. Okay, standard Celtic warriors to push up his equipment. Nothing wrong with that. Chosen swords, yeah, just a bunch of chosen swords and old sworn. And then he's got his gen and a cav unit hidden over here to counter if anything happens on the side.
That'll beat almost any cav they send out on its own.
None of you guys are on the stream, right?
Be aware of where the cav is if they sally out.
Yeah.
Because, for example, yesterday they sally out on the far gate, like on the far of the.
Oh, one of them has the paint glitch.
The what?
So you know your like markers. There's a glitch which makes it where it doesn't work, and you can see that by when you go to the chat. See how you see all of our names, but then there's a CPU 3.
Yeah.
That means that I think that's Chris. Chris has the glitch where he can't see or make markers.
That never happened to me.
It happens to me a couple times, and I mean it tends to happen to just about everyone at least once.
Yeah.
It's literally the most annoying thing. But if you don't use markers a lot, you may never notice it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do use it if I'm
Gotcha.
playing online with someone else.
Yeah.
All right. And we're ready to go. So Egypt is defending against Arverni here, and then Kush is defending against Galatia. I'm really glad that Arverni did not decide to do that, although it really, you know, it didn't hurt him much. Oh, I think Kush it's because he brought the land artillery. Now the desert kingdoms can bring artillery inside the settlement. Typically for the for defenders, you can't usually bring a onager like that.
They don't have any artillery that can shoot at my artillery, so I can move those safety siege towers out of the way.
Oh, wait, who are you? I thought you were...
I'm Galatia.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm having some problems with Discord. You're cutting out, like, just hearing syllables.
You were kind of doing the same thing. I think Discord's just being a little goofy.
Yeah.
So how's everyone doing today? Everybody good? That's to you, chat. See, this is a smart move by Galatia here, protecting his flank. Now he's moving up his siege towers to start hitting this wall. He is right though. This is not a good matchup here. His Galician legionaries against these Kush units are it's gonna not. Oh man. So Egypt is moving his cav over to this other gate where Kush's cav is. But like I said earlier, his cav is seen.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
They've
going
already
to the
seen
back
his
gate.
cav.
See it? Why is it really laggy?
Should not be this laggy, not for a 2v2.
Here's the thing. Deviantix in Egypt, Chris is in Lebanon. I'm in Canada.
Oh, so it's the Canadians' fault, is what you're saying.
Well, no, I'm the host. So,
so it's the Canadians' fault.
No,
I mean, I'm from the UK, so.
Yeah, so like, we're all spread out. Really, you should be the host then. If you're in the UK, you're like central.
I feel like this is gonna get thick.
Yeah, Egypt should not go this way. I am of the opinion, since Egypt has been seen, well, honestly, that was the desert cav seen as well. Makes no sense. What can you guys see on your map? Or like what can you see right now?
I can see Kush's Royal Kushite archers right by Egypt's siege tower. I can see Egypt's thorax swordsman way over on that other corner, and I can see the cavalry that's going towards the back gate.
Okay.
And it's the light cavalry that is going to get ambushed by my Cappadocian cavalry.
So for some reason, they said they can't see the Kushite cav, but they can see the Egyptian cav, which is very odd because the Kushite cav does not say that it's hidden.
I am not going to open my siege tower.
Usually I'll play with you. I ambushed your 2 units.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep an eye on this here because I think this could end up being big because he thinks that the only thing that's over here is the Egyptian light cav. That Cappadocian cav is good, but if it gets swarmed by all 4 of these units, I don't think it's going to survive. Arverni's getting pretty close. I'm curious as to if they're going to use their artillery to bust open a hole in the wall, or if they're only going to use it to attack units and try to use just their siege towers to capture the walls. Me personally, I feel like it helps to have an extra breach in the wall than just using your siege towers, but it just depends. What's up?
He was asking that if you look at the gate, even when you don't have vision on it, will you see it open? Which is yes.
Which I personally think is a little cheesy.
Yeah.
So if I was Egypt, because they know my cav is here, but they don't know the Kush cav is here, I would send out my Egyptian cav, because then the Cappadocians would respond to it. So I would take it out here, so the Cappadocians would respond, and then take the Kush cav and hit it from the other side. That's what I would do. Because Egypt is basically, Egypt has already basically wasted its surprise. They already know that it has cav, they already know where that cav is, so they're ready for that. I just really hope that Glacia's really paying attention to what's going on. Because if he's not, they could still sneak around him. Seen that happen before. People knew it was coming, and they just didn't pay attention to it.
Hello, Deviantix. Say hello to artillery.
Hello.
Oh.
I'd really be appreciated if you just like.
Took out their artillery with my artillery.
No, if you just stop shooting me.
Oh, if
Who's shooting you?
I think you're gonna just defend like there and then there.
So it looks like Egypt is a pretty
Ooh,
standard
that's a lot.
defense here. I personally think he's a little overkill here.
and
I
that's
don't
why
think
I'm
he
taking it
needs all
slow.
of these units in this area.
Don't
Get
go
You know,
there.
he could really set kind of his thorax swords like this. And that's really all you would need right off that initial push. I would personally keep my carrying axemen
Gee, that's a whole
behind
army right
it
there.
so that those carrying axemen can use their Pila more effectively. But, you know, these guys Galatian swords that are going to try and take on the Celtic warriors, they should win that fight. And then he's going to support with his thorough spears. So not a bad tactic. I think he's just gone a little overkill. He's probably going to have to adjust some of these back troops over this way to help defend against this. He should also really get his archers in a position to deal with that right there, because otherwise these bowmen are going to be able to shoot into the flanks of his army, and that's going to be really vicious on the sides of these, like these thorax swords and things like that. Arverni also kept 2 of their archers off in the back there. Let's see, nope, they're still waiting. I think it's a good idea that they wait. Letting Galatia commit a little more before going out. It basically is just going to create a situation where Galatia hopefully is going to be too busy microing over here in the battle or on the walls to notice that the cav has gone out before they've been charged. The big issue with that tactic is that the defenders don't know about this. Oh, and here we go. See, but now Egypt's not going. Oh, that's going to be rough. Did they see it, though? So the Cappadocian is visible, but does Kush's players see it? I don't think they do. And Egypt should really be coming out right now. Egypt should not be sitting here. Should be moving out with Kush's army. Okay, so I think Kush does see it. I think what he's going to try and do is charge in and then maybe flank around. Unless, I don't know what he's doing. Let's see. So Galatia is unaware so far.
That is hurting. That is hurting.
Billy. Come on, Billy. That's a good move. If he's not seen you, why engage? Just go around him. Although, once again, I think that Egypt should be out here. Oh, Billy, come on, Billy. Billy. And I'm gonna have to reprimand you after this. That's literally what I said, that if aren't paying attention, they're just gonna walk right around you. And he's not. Oh no. Although I think he does have reinforcements. Let me see. So he's got his gen over here. Where did the other unit Cappadocians go? Okay, he put him here. Okay, so he does see. Yep. Okay, finally he sees it. Now, once again, if Egypt was out here supporting this, Egypt, they either could have wiped this out, or Egypt could be at least engaging it to keep it off, like to keep it off the desert cav. So that's just that. That's unfortunate. All right, so Egypt's thorax swords are engaged. But see, look, he didn't come and engage his left side. He needs to get a unit over here. got his Galatian Royal Guard kind of scattered into the fight here, which the Galatian Royal Guard will win that fight, but they're just, look at this, there's not a full unit fighting. It's like a quarter of the unit is fighting a whole chosen sword. And look, exactly what I said was going to happen. The archers are over on the flank now and going to just shoot on the back lines of Egypt here. And Egypt's archers aren't doing anything about it. I personally am not a fan of the 3 Rhodian slingers and 1 Cretan archer. If anything, I probably would have done it the other way around, maybe 2 and 2. But now, majority of his range units only have a flat arc. He only has 1 range unit that has an arcing shot. And I think that that's a bad thing. Like, slingers are definitely better on barbarian maps. Like, that is their good thing to have on a barbarian map. But I still would want to have more than 1 unit that can arc a shot over things. Because now these slingers can't get a shot on these archers from where they're at. Now, their archers could, but he's only got 1. And this is not a fight you typically want to take. 2 archers versus 1 archer is a bad idea. You know, when you're engaging an archer unit or an enemy's archers, you want to try and get... you want to basically try and make sure that you are outnumbering or matching their numbers. Yeah, and Galatia really... he wasn't able to respond very well to this, unfortunately, so he's actually lost a bit of archers here. I think he's going to be okay. I don't think he's lost too many, and I think I'd rather lose the Celtic slingers than I would the Syrian archers, but still, it still hurts.
Sorry, this lag is ridiculous.
Oh, Billy. Like Dave from yesterday, good lord. What'd you say?
Anyone watching right now?
Oh, there's a couple, yeah. If there wasn't, I probably would have stopped. If there wasn't, I probably would have stopped.
Fair enough.
I have slight complaints to make about some of the strategies, but yeah. What?
I said,
Not really on your guys' as much. Just some stuff that the defenders have been doing. Joe! Hey, Joe! What's up, man? Joe, this is 2v2 Egypt and Kush versus Arverni and Galatia. Oh, it's doing alright. I had a little time before work and these guys were playing, so I figured I'd jump in and spectate and just do a hour-long stream or something like that.
oh.
Last night's was really fun. I enjoyed chatting with everybody last night while spectating the Nobles games, or game, I guess I should say. What's he using on Celtic Wars? It's just dominating them. But man, I don't... what is he going after? He's going against the flanks of the Galatian Royal Guard and Thorax swords here. And still, these Galatian Royal Guard are just still not in a great position, you know what I mean? As a full force, these Galatian Royal Guards would dominate this, and they are winning, but this is, you know, they've taken far more casualties than they should have. They're down to 108 men, and they only have 62 kills. I personally think that that is just not good use, but, I mean... it's hard to say just because, you know, a lot's going on when you're in the middle of commanding and, you know, giving orders, so you're looking at different places and you may just not realize that something's happening. So what are you up to, Joe? Anything fun? Well, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Any big plans for the day? Kushite slaves. I think he's just kind of holding back this Arverni Celtic warrior. That's really all he needs to do. Well, hey man, like, shopping's can be fun sometimes when she buys you things, right, baby? I still think that Egypt should have taken his units out here. I think that having these 2 units out with the Kushite Cav could have done a ton more damage. Joe, do you think you'll do that battle that Dave sent you the other day? Who do you think played Ace? That is fair, Joe. That's fair.
It's just
Well, it's weird because it's like at some points it just seems great, and then at some points it is like, bleh.
Yeah, I'd rather have lag where it's like low instead of
Stuttery.
yeah.
So they are going to bring down. All right, so you're going to bring down part of this wall. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you doing that on the other side too, or
I'm just gonna shoot at it.
just going for troops?
Is it a mobile one?
Yeah, he has a mobile one.
Come on, I hope this last volley hits.
You've got one. You're at 83.
83%.
Yep, you're at 83. You are you out?
Yeah, it's out of ammo.
You're killing me, Billy.
I know. Hey, I don't know how. Like, that was unexpected. Think you can wheel your?
I mean, not really. It wouldn't arrive on time.
So, Joe, you guys going Christmas shopping or? Got 66 kills here. It's not too bad. What did the archer shooting at? So, slingers are shooting at these units coming off the wall. I think it's a. This is just poor use of this Galatian Royal Guard. They are down to 10 men and only have 128 kills. And I think part of that is from their own friendly fire coming in, because this is. I don't know why you're shooting at this. There's only like 20 guys that are off the siege tower. Why would you shoot at that? Wait until they get 4 units down and clumped up. Man. If they got 2 units of slingers onto this wall right here, they could shut this up so easy. All they need to do is protect this flank, put a slinger on the wall. Yeah, I keep accidentally hitting the button. I don't need to hit the button. Talking on the stream. It's like reflex to like hit the button to talk to you guys, but I don't need to because I'm not talking to you guys. What? I don't get what's going on. Anybody else as confused as I am?
Depends on what you're talking about.
The defense. I personally feel like Egypt committed way too much to this front area here. They had double lines of units, so they had like 10 units lined up here. You know, and you don't need that like triple layer of units there, you know. Because it's allowed it where this Galatian unit is, or this Arverni unit's getting around is just causing hell. Yeah, they're getting shot to hell, but they're completely, like, open. Like, if they wanted to, they could go right in here. Now, are they going to get shot? Probably, unless, I guess, Egypt's not going to do anything about it. Oh, come on. Oh, no.
Towers up.
Pedro, don't do it, Pedro! Oh, God.
Oh no, Pedro. Oh no, Pedro. Oh no, Pedro.
This is a good oh no. This is a good oh no.
No, this is bad. Oh no.
I don't know what the bad oh no is, but what I'm talking about is a good oh no. Oh, okay.
Archers.
So there's one good oh no and one bad oh no.
But hey, you're getting your artillery crew away. That's important.
Well, yeah, but
my cavalry's coming over to support.
I think Pedro probably knows what I'm talking about. That chosen sword unit.
Oh god. Oh god, that is doing work.
Yeah, but I have no more units left. This is it.
So, Arverni, unfortunately, and I think the reason why that Egypt didn't realize what was happening here was because he was dealing with the Cav over here. So that was a good sneaky play by that Cav unit. And he still has his two other Cav over here that have not gone in yet, and so that could be very, very sneaky. So it looks like he's. So I think Pedro said it right that he's basically out of infantry. Galatia is pretty much all that's left at this point, and I don't think it's gonna be near enough against a Kush and an Egypt player. You'd see that he's kind of gone slowly in here because he knows that going up against these Kushite Shotel warriors, he's just gonna get destroyed. Yeah, that really hurt. Arverni lost a lot of archers to that Cav unit. That, honestly, I think he lost 2 whole archer units. You know, they were able to get some kills in the beginning, which is good, so he didn't, like, completely lose them worthless, but it still hurts to lose them.
Like, here, right? And I only saw it when he was there. Isn't that, like, a little bit, you know, far away?
Like, are you saying that you think you should have seen them earlier, or?
Yeah.
I think it all just depends on line of sight. Yeah, line of sight, stuff like that. I have seen some where they, like, the things that were hidden stayed hidden for a long time. And here comes the other Cav. I don't think Galatia is expecting another Cav unit. So that'll make 3 Cav sally outs. That's an interesting staged Cav sally. You know, first sally out, second sally out, and now a third sally out. I think that's something that most players won't expect right off the bat. Yeah, there's a ton of different ways you can do sally outs, and the more you can variate them, the more successful they're going to be for you. So if he hugs this forest line, he'll stay hidden for a decent amount of time. Honestly, he will probably stay hidden until about right here. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that is definitely close enough to get into this, to the archers over here. Galatia does have plenty of units there to support it, but I don't think he has any idea that this is coming. I don't mind that he is waiting. You know, he's stalling a little bit, waiting. Although, you know, I don't think it's working out in his favor because now Galatia is moving his archers forwards, which is honestly just taking them out of that sweet spot that they were in that he could have hit with the cavalry. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. He does have a lot of units over here, so now that Galatia's revealed his hand, maybe he'll be more. Maybe Egypt will be more comfortable in and finding a good spot.
Your side's done. My side's just getting started.
Now Egypt, it looks like they got beat up pretty good. You know what? If I was Egypt, I think I'd. No, I think he lost his opportunity. I think Egypt lost his opportunity to get in there. He had a good opportunity to get into these Syrian archers, but now with all of this here, I wouldn't do it. I think you're just... I don't think you would get enough kills on these archers to justify throwing the troops in.
Kush brought an African manager.
I wouldn't know where you're going. Let's find out. So it looks like he's just kind of walking in, getting a little closer. He just needs to be careful because he's going to probably be visible about right here.
I guess I'll be able to bring my ballista to your side.
Yeah, and you can see now the Galatian legionnaires, now that they're getting onto the walls, they're just really getting dominated here. These Shotel warriors are just going to chew them to pieces. Now, Galatia is trying to burn the onager, which isn't a bad idea. He's actually gotten one of them now. More legionnaires coming up the wall. Yep, they're seen now.
Yeah.
See,
I told you you should have gone. Should have gone in, but it's too late now. Now he's just going to get destroyed by the Cappadocian Cav. That light Cav doesn't stand a chance against it. And the 3 Syrian archers aren't going to be seen, so let's see.
I have my coming.
See. Yeah, see the light Cavs already down to 60, 57, 56, 55. I mean, look, they're just dropping like flies. He's trying to get his other unit out, but the noble horse is going right through to it. That Egyptian Cav just got annihilated. That was rough. 114 kills on one of those Cappadocian Cav. I think that's the one that got the headlong charge on him. Now, Egypt's trying to just run his light horse away. The one thing he may have is the... Oh, God, never mind. Now, unfortunately, the Barbarian, that's just melee Cav, so they don't get quite as big of a charge bonus, but you can see the Egypt's Cav is, once again, it's done. He should have charged in, we had the opportunity to. But unfortunately, I think that's just way too many archers to deal with for Galatia. He only has 3 Syrian archers, so he just doesn't have enough firepower to go up against these guys. Did he get the... So he didn't get it, but he did... I don't think he needed to run these guys away, and I'm not really sure why he did. They don't... The kill box on the... Or the unit box of this artillery is usually too big for you to hit the crew behind it with archers very effectively. So that they really hadn't lost anything. They're 40 out of 40 still. Now Arverni's leftover archers are coming trying to help out, but I think it's way too late now. Like, yeah, unfortunately this is not turning up.
No archers. No archers. I did not tell you to do that. I did not tell you to go on the wall.
Dude, you caught that just in time.
Yeah.
If that one guy got onto the wall, you would have been screwed out of at least one person.
I know. Oh, that was so close.
It was way too close. Yeah, now they're just getting annihilated. So Arverni brought his archers over, but they're not supporting. They're just there. What's up with the speedy run of the Cretan art? Did anybody else just see what I saw?
I mean,
Did you just see the speedy zombie run of the Cretan archers? What was
I
that?
have a unit of Cretan archers which I have no idea where it came from.
Yeah, I was just watching them, and it was like
I have
super
no idea where it
speed.
came.
You guys are up early.
They were running out of the
It's
gate
like,
like super
2
speed.
PM.
It's 10.
Yeah, it's
for me.
1 here.
I literally had no idea where these archers came from.
Oh, they ran out of the gate. But like, no joke. Think of the zombies from 28 Weeks Later. Or 28 Days Later. You know that movie? That's how they ran. They were so fast.
What are you guys playing?
It's a 2v2.
Valentine's watching and streaming.
If you want to watch, yeah, it's on.
I might.
It's, not gonna lie, almost over, but
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but
I'll just wait then.
I'm gonna try to destroy
like I probably won't be able to play it because I got to work after this. But I had a little bit of time to kill, so
Of course.
I will be back on later tonight, though.
Alright, cool. We should actually try to play Thrones of the Tank.
If we can get enough
have
people.
I have the game installed.
Pedro, you do?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So how's it going for you guys in that game?
Not good.
Not well.
What's going on?
I think it was literally. I think it's just bad faction matchup. Yeah, it was Galatia and Arverni versus Egypt and Kush. With Egypt and Kush on defense. See, I think
Did
I
you
was.
say Egypt and Kush?
Yeah, on defense.
Oof.
With Galatia and Arverni on attack. Because I personally don't think that the Egypt player played very well. I think he might be newer, but I think really it was mainly just the faction matchup was not very good. It happens.
Yeah.
Although I guess Arverni's decided that he wants to be a thorn in the side of the defenders.
But why though?
Because he got Cav in. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
I'll just sit here and
God. That was painful to watch. Although that breach is giving Galatia a lot of way in. A lot of room here. Yeah, that Cav's could be a pain in the ass to deal with. Oh! That already hit.
It was like we were losing. Then out of nowhere, this happened.
Yeah, and
And then we're not losing it. We're not winning, but we're not losing.
I don't. Yeah,
It's
like
completely up in the air.
it's all on Kush at this point. But I mean, honestly with you, Kush is not in a good place.
Shifting towards us when
Hey, it's better
I
than nothing.
like Kush. It's all on Kush right now, and Kush is not in a good spot. Yeah, and they know it. They know they're in a bad spot. Yeah, you guys have the speed, so I'd take advantage of that shit. Galatia, I'd go with him. No, the other way. Other way.
no, bad pathfinding. Bad pathfinding.
If you can plug that gap with your cav, oh man.
My cav is not.
He's gonna try and stop you with his carry. You might want to block him with one of your units. Like your Cappadocia or your heavy horse or something. I would stop him.
Oh, kill that carrying axeman.
Okay, Billy, get around him.
You depleted. You deserve a break. Cap this archer tower.
No, no, charge him. No, 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 Billy! Charge the carrion. Yes, 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 yes.
If he defends here,
Charge back, charge back, charge back. Come on. Arverni, no! Oh, that was huge. Oh my gosh. I think they just swung this in their favor. If they can get their... No, Billy, no! Billy, go the other way! Billy, go the other way! No!
You're gonna run.
Oh, man. Yeah, get these units up into this stop, and they can't stop you. Holy crap. What the hell just happened?
It's called late-minute surprises.
I'm confused. I'm literally like, I'm so confused right now.
The last thing they were expecting was the breach that got down to 83% at the beginning of the game, getting knocked down at the end of the game.
I just...
Oh, don't capture the archer tower, capture the victory point.
he has to, you have to dismount.
Yeah, well, you can, true.
I wouldn't...
Because I'll just kill my unit if I didn't.
Now keep in mind, you can't cap it as a cavalry.
You can dismount.
But yeah, but I'm just saying, you have to dismount.
But only one of us needs to dismount.
You have archers outside, just bring them inside.
Yeah, he has no choice
yeah,
now.
Slinger, I forgot about those.
He's got to push against you, or...
I don't know if he has units on the capture point.
No, he has nothing there. His entire army is outside in that first layer.
Oh.
So Kush... unfortunately, Kush got caught. Oh, that's a clever idea. Oh, you cheeky bastard. Oh, I don't know why he's not using fire ammo, though. He's being really smart right now, actually. Like this is very smart.
It's his go-to tactic.
Wait, what
I
is?
don't like to give him credit for how smart it actually is.
Wait, what is?
What is he doing?
Deviantic with his African onager.
Yeah. Well, he's stuck.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean it's his go-to? He's stuck. He has no way through except there.
I know, but I mean using the African. No, I mean using the African onager to like shoot. I thought he would be shooting at my unit.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's doing his last.
This is so smart. I didn't even think of that. Oh, but I think he's gonna get it. He's busting down a wall because he's stuck. He's caught in a place where he's surrounded. So he uses his African onager to bust down a wall through the second layer to get his troops through.
Yeah,
so smart.
Blocking him from
that was a good move. That was a really good move. I don't think it's going to be enough, but I think it was a great move. And honestly, I probably shouldn't have said anything, and I feel really bad about it now.
Oh, he did it. No, I noticed because I was shooting at the enemy.
Yeah, it's too late.
It's stuck. Just go these units around. We're fighting fights. Or like those.
That was still a great move. Yeah, timer's going down. We're at just about a minute left. And the Kush, there's nothing Kush can do about it. I did not expect them to win this. I thought that the attackers had this lost.
Yeah, well, my cav can go 2 ways, his pikes can go 1 way.
Yep, they can only go 1 way. Are those archers out of ammo?
Yeah. Just delaying as much as I can.
Yeah, Kush is basically out of the fight, though. Good. He's right, he'll be able to, you know, just cycle charge the hell out of him as he comes through the gap if he wants to. Those pikes can only face one direction, although now he's got 2 units of pikes. So honestly, now the attackers are in a bad spot because all they have is cav here. Don't do it. They need to get these units around.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have fucking cancer from this guy.
GG.
GG.
That was a good fight, guys. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was.
Who was attacking me? Pedro Poy.
180, 81, 81, 74, 131, 88, 116, 158, 135, 175, 252, 152.
Pedro, at the beginning I destroyed you.
223,
but, after
204,
when I did this attack with the horses
211,
and
286,
my archers, I
928,
didn't have control on anything anymore.
See, Pedro,
216, 169,
it was never
222, 266, 198.
Hurry over to finish that breach.
That's right.
And my archers were pretty good firing at yours, but when you breached the wall and got your cavalry in, that was it. I was like,
yeah,
the end is near.
Those
No,
archers
not
had
the
no
end.
ammo.
I kept saying he's gonna break that. I kept saying go defend that instead. Let me deal with Malaysia.
Well,
well, guys, GG. That was fun to watch, but I gotta hop off. I gotta go to work, so gotta go do my big boy job.
Work. Enjoy being a productive member of society. Well,
what a loser.
I don't know about that, but
I'm going to a birthday for like 10 minutes.
all right, guys. Well, have a good one. I'll probably be on a little bit later tonight.
Sounds fun.
Bye-bye.
All right, see ya.